On this episode, we're going to talk about Black Friday and whether it's here to stay or becoming obsolete.
With so many different platforms,
Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter,
and their purposes evolving daily, navigating social media can be, well, complicated. Welcome to the Social Media Sucks podcast from Cubco.
Social media really sucks.
Where we unpack the latest trends and help remove the suck from social media.
Welcome to the Social Media Sucks podcast, you guys. You're tuning in for a dose of social media marketing and get the happenings of the ever-changing social media landscape.
That's right.
So with me today is our beloved CEO, Chris Carbonus.
I'm always here. Hey guys, what's up?
And our favorite and only lead strategist at Cubco, Andy.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah.
On that note, how can brands take a stand in such a I don't know, divisive matter as Black Friday? Because it's not a question anymore that a lot of companies are moving towards the sustainable approach, working their CSR, but Black Friday is a very controversial topic still.
Yeah, I mean, should I go first?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Black Friday is transformed into just a Friday where people can get stuff cheaper.
Yeah.
And
not
because,
even actually sometimes. It's like...
Yeah. I mean, what I heard actually they do
not
is that
in Denmark at least. I mean, it's minor discounts. 20,
there are some
10.
pretty good discounts, at
Okay.
least on TVs and stuff like that. I just looked into it. So, yeah.
Okay.
When I started my research for this podcast, I was like, Black Friday, I'm sure I don't want to buy anything.
No.
But anyways, I heard that companies are actually increasing their prices prior to Black Friday, so they can then reduce them on Black Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's true.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Probably sounds about
Definitely
right.
true.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a Friday, and I think Black Friday was once like the celebration of consumerism basically and clearances. But I think now it's just a Friday, and there are so many counter trends to consumerism, such as, for example, sustainability, that now I think Black Friday is really sort of like a polluted event where all sorts of brands are talking about all sorts of different causes, like Patagonia using it for promoting sustainability. Other brands are using it for promoting different social causes. And then, of course, there are the brands who just dare to make money, which is also nice, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Black Friday is still an event where you have the opportunity to tap into the audience. They have a higher awareness typically because they are on the lookout for deals and so on. And I think it's maybe sustainability, maybe another project that you have going on with your brand, but I think it's a great opportunity to tap into something that's interesting and maybe more than just deals. You're welcome to give deals, but you can also make it about more than just money.
Do you guys didn't think, sorry if you had anything to add there, but I think this is a good segue into...
We just won't listen to what I have to say. Let's move on.
No, but
what I have to say is
I'm the lead strategist.
it's not really that interesting
No, I
what I
really
have to
want
say.
you to-
No, I don't have anything actually.
I didn't even want... I was
It's
just
okay.
being polite. Did
Let's
you want
just
to add
move
something?
on.
You can't.
Okay, let's
But
go.
no, I want your input on this next question
Okay,
because that's actually really
alright.
interesting. Like, do you think
move the
there's
next
any
one.
tactics behind a brand choosing either to jump on the Black Friday with the deals or actually taking an active stand not to participate? I would like your take on that.
To not participate or to participate?
Any tactic?
That is the question.
Yeah, what's the tactics when a company
the tactics obviously like being
chooses a side.
countercultural works in a lot of ways. I mean, we've seen IKEA did that. We had the IKEA on the podcast the other day about talking about sort of being a more sustainable approach. Like, hey, how about you buy used versus buying all new stuff. So being sort of anti-consumerism, but still being consumerism. I think that they're obviously tapping into where we're going as a society, where we don't want to seem like we're just, buying to buy. We want to seem, and that's that's like a, value signaling sort of thing. It's like, we're actually all consumers. We all want to buy our cool stuff. We all really, I don't care. I've got the iPhone, whatever. I don't really care that it probably, hurts the environment or, causes pain to somebody. I just want the iPhone.
For clearances, Chris is just joking. He deeply cares about the environment and
Disclaimer.
about anyone who made his phone.
No, but listen, I do to a certain point. I mean, everyone's got their point where they're like, okay, I'm just going to ignore this and just do it anyways. And that's a human thing. And I think that brands, I think the best brands sort of, the ones that are making the most noise don't understand that and they don't care. They're just going full Patagonia. They're like, fuck this consumerism shit, even though they're a brand you buy. Like they are, so they're a little hypocritical in some senses. Like a lot of people will praise Patagonia and they'll, do a lot of, yay Patagonia, but deep surface level, like on the deeper level, they are a brand that sells a shit ton of product every year.
Yeah,
and
but
they're
you
doing
can't
their
escape
best.
that.
You can't escape that if you're a product. Like
Yeah,
you
exactly.
can't, right? So they're doing their best to push on some things, but they're also they're also responsible for pain and suffering, like all brands are. Okay. So I mean, I don't know if you can actually be angelic or be sort of away from those controversies, because all brands have to sell something, and that's the reality.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know. Like, I think Patagonia is like, of course they are selling stuff, but I think they're on a pretty good track towards becoming probably like the most sustainable brand. Like, I think they also have like a policy that they, like, if you have like a wore down like puffer jacket, they would just replace it for you. There is also that like they make all their stuff from like repurposed materials. But I don't know. I might be just
it's good
too
marketing,
much.
bro. It's good marketing. They got
me.
you, and I understand that, and I love that. Like I am that guy. It's like, do you know that the carbon footprint? Do you know where carbon footprint came from? It came from British Petroleum, BP. It came from an oil company. So BP years ago said, all the attention is on us, an industrial oil company. We want to put it back on people. So they hired a marketing company to figure out, how do we do that? Yeah. And they came up with carbon footprint.
That's genius.
Which is genius. Like saying, you have a carbon footprint, you have a carbon footprint, which is very personal.
Yeah.
So now the conversation is not about what BP is doing,
but how can we
but how can you as an individual do things, when actually the real issue is actually what are the large corporations and the big oil and all these kind of companies are doing. And I think that's interesting. And I think it's a lot of this is marketing, and that's fair and that's fine. We're all trying to get to a more sustainable place, but you got to see the reality in some ways. Like,
but
like Tesla cars are electric. They're doing great for the environment, but they still, I mean, even Elon Musk has said, we can't live without petroleum. I mean, like half the car is made out of petroleum products. I mean, all the plastics, all the paints, the metals, the polymers, all the things that are used, the brake pads, everything that's used in this car is made from the oil industry. It's only the car that's electric. So even in the batteries, like the manufacturing of the batteries takes, oil and gas industry stuff. So he's also having a sort of, more realistic approach to it as well. Yeah. The same with Patagonia. Shipping their products worldwide takes a ton of carbon. That's just the reality of it. So,
and that's not necessarily a bad thing at all.
No, it's not a bad thing. We just have to be more realistic about it and understand that that's the game that we're living in. And same with Black Friday. Like, if we can say IKEA's doing a great job and saying like, hey, we're being more sustainable. Don't go buy our products new, buy them used on Black Friday. But it's a branding exercise. It's a way for them to sort of position themselves as a sustainable company, and it works. It works, and I love that it works. But at the end of the day, it's marketing.
Of course,
I'm cynical, guys.
So, are you guys pro or against
I'm
Black
pro.
Friday?
I mean, I'm pro Cyber Monday. Let's say that. Like, but I think that.
Oh yeah, that's all.
I think
Cyber Monday.
I mean, let us know in the comments. Are you team Cyber Monday or team Black Friday? But I think what I think is interesting is that this year is special because we haven't had a Black Friday like this in a while, or not never, because we've just sort of returned to retail. That's sort of happening. There's a lot of money in the market at the moment.
Yeah.
Like everyone's sort of speculating that we're at the top of all sort of financial world. Inflation is going to be rough in the next few years. We're seeing the stock market all-time highs. Bitcoin at all-time highs. Like everything is sort of, housing markets at all-time highs. We've never been in sort of this financial world where also money is really cheap. I mean, you can basically,
loans
take
are very
loans
cheap. Yeah.
very cheap. You can. So I think this is a really weird one.
Unpredictable one. Also.
Yeah, like where we see the purchasing power of everybody being at like a high level.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how are people going to do this? Are they going to go extreme? It's probably going to be the most record-setting Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend of all time. It's also following on a weird date because it's Thanksgiving-ish in the States. I'm sure there's actually, I think somebody said that it wasn't falling at a good time. I don't know. Maybe it's wrong. Maybe I've got that wrong. But I think it's going to be interesting to see worldwide what it does. I think people have way more money than they're used to. It hasn't been the other way where the pandemic has sort of like softened people's wallets. No, it's actually like bolstered everybody's wallets because they've had less money to spend on vacations and other things like that. So
what's that like?
What's that like? Oh, you don't have any money? Okay. Neither do I.
Save anything.
No.
I just didn't save anything during Corona.
You just bought everything.
Maybe I just caught up with it after the society opened.
Yeah, we can see that by your Instagram stories. She got caught up fast.
Add in my Instagram tag.
Yes.
So
she wants to be an influencer, guys.
Exactly. Going that way.
But so I think this is an interesting one. I think we're going to see insane record purchase numbers, and I think we're going to see that people are going to regret this in the next 6 months. They're going to be like, shit, I shouldn't have bought so much stuff. But
so you think it's here to stay, actually, kind of? Like maybe not in this very shape or form, but
yes,
from what you're saying now.
I do. I mean, I think it's become a ubiquitous part of the sort of retail experience. It's similar to like Singles Day in Asia, like that sort of like.
What was that? Singles Day? I didn't get
Yeah,
that. I
that's
just saw
11th of November.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
saw a lot of
111s,
activity,
right?
actually.
So that's singles, like single
Ah, okay.
digits. And then like
was it
Singles
always
Day.
here?
No, I mean, it's
like,
mostly
it's a
been.
new thing,
It
right?
came from Asia.
It's
Oh, okay.
mostly been an Asian thing that's now sort of hitting here in the rest of the world, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's here to stay. It's like Boxing Day in Canada or the US. I think it is a.
What is Boxing Day about?
Boxing Day is about returning the gifts that you don't like.
Oh,
It's like
Let's do an
it's the-
episode where we just
we can
talk about all the
and
occasions.
that's also like crazy deals.
I never
right?
knew what Boxing Day is about.
Yeah.
I knew that it's like some sort of a day,
Yeah.
and I always hear it in like series and everything and like movies. But I was like, what the fuck is Boxing Day, man?
Yeah, it's where you return. It's box up the gifts that you got that you couldn't fit, didn't
Okay.
like,
And then you bring them all
and then
back.
you bring them all back. And there's also just crazy deals, Boxing Week deals. Or
Oh,
Boxing
because
Day
you bring
deals.
it back and you have to spend the credit, like
Yeah.
you have to spend it in store.
Okay, that's
So it's
smart.
good deals.
Yeah.
It's like Black Friday.
So what do you think? Are you pro, against? Do you think it will stay, or is it obsolete?
I think I'm in the middle somewhere,
Yeah.
and I think Black Friday will stay until we see that people spend in an increased momentum or volume, I would
Yeah.
say. So I think it's gonna stay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see something. Is there a Green Friday yet where you don't buy anything?
No, but it's called
No.
Green Week now.
Is it
That's
Green
like
Week?
the counter movement of Black
Okay.
Friday, that like sustainable companies tend to do this like Green Week kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then they go
Yeah.
like with some sort of
Anti-consumerism
yeah.
kind of. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wonder if there's a site where anything you buy on Black Friday, like they will offset your carbon. Like show us what your purchases are, and we'll offset your carbon for you, so you feel not guilty about.
Yeah.
To
Black
neutralize. Okay, interesting.
To be
That's a-
honest, I will not feel guilty about my Samsung QLED.
Are you buying a QLED on
I'm
Black
thinking
Friday?
about it. I'm thinking about it.
Do it. I've got an LG QLED. It's awesome.
Is it awesome?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
What's an OLED?
Black Friday.
Can I ask what it is?
It's just like a cool TV. It's not exciting.
Okay, it's a TV. Ah, I see. All
It's
right.
always electronics.
It's always
that you get the
exciting.
best deals.
Yeah. Actually, yes.
Yeah.
So here you have it, guys. Our take on Black Friday and whether it's here to stay or becoming obsolete. So subscribe, leave your thoughts, feedback, likes and dislikes with us, and get a chance to win a $100 gift card to Amazon, which you can use on Black Friday or Cyber Monday. So thank you for tuning in, and see you for the next one.
See you in the next one.
See you.
This has been the Social Media Sucks Podcast.